again, everybody. It's Todd Staruch, the horror nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival. It is the last day of the convention. We are winding things down a little bit, and I saved the absolute best for last.
Oh, I love when you lie to me.
And I do it so well,
I know.
right?
It's very convincing.
I get to stand here with the lovely and talented Fallon Vendetta.
Oh.
Fallon, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sleepy today, but it's been a fun convention. Everybody's happy and pleasant. We have delicious snacks.
I seem to have missed out on the delicious snacks, though. Where are those?
Somebody brought them to me. Sorry.
All right. You don't like to share, do you?
No, not some things.
Well, anyway, what you said, let's talk about something different.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What is, I know you got mad at me for never asking you this.
I'm never mad. I don't get mad.
What is your go-to horror movie?
My go-to, see, but this is, it varies. Are we talking
here we
about,
go.
like,
We're gonna, here we go.
Do you want my core childhood memory,
it.
right? So I did geek out a little bit because I loved Monster Squad, obviously, and they're here.
They're all here,
so that was a good, like, all right, that made me, my inner child smile. But I loved Lady in White. It was like my favorite. That whole thing about that movie and the closets even, because I went to Catholic school and it was like an old building, but I really resonated with that. So it just had a good eerie quality that it stuck with me. It haunted me as a kid.
That's a good one. I don't hear that one much.
No, I feel like not many people really talk about it. And I remember seeing it on TV as a kid, and I was trying to explain it, and we would go to the movie store, and no one knew what the hell I was talking about. So finally, we figured it out, and then as soon as I knew what it was actually called, I watched it all the time.
And I like, so that you said the word white, and it triggered films with the word white, and it's a Lair of the White Worm.
Lair of the White Worm.
Good movie. If you've never seen that,
I've ever seen that.
You need to watch it. Go home tonight and watch Lair of the White Worm.
What kind of worms are we talking about?
Not the kind you're thinking.
Oh.
But you'll see. Okay. You'll see. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything else. No spoilers
all right, I'm
here.
Intrigued.
So.
That's what's on the menu for Sophie. We're going home to watch The Lair of the White Worm.
What kind of worm are we talking about?
That's what I said.
Coming from you, I don't trust anything about worms.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I'm sure you do.
You are. All right.
What? I am what?
White and wormy.
Wow. I've been called a lot of things, but that isn't one of them. But I'm going to wear that proudly.
I would. Why not?
I'm totally going to wear it. White wormy. Huh.
I like that. I'm just going to call you WW from here on.
Fair enough. And we'll know what it means.
We know.
Oh, that'll be our thing.
Love it.
How is the movie coming along?
Movie's great.
Sucks to Suck.
So Sucks to Suck is expanding again, but
we're up to like what, 4.5 hours? It's going to be now.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
But we have a lot of really cool stuff going on with the ending. We were going to go right into that, but I'm working on Pony, and so Pony, we had to shoot the entire actual race sequences at the track. You can't really stop mid-race season to move on to another project, so we're doing that, and then we're doing all of the principal photography in November. So as soon as that wraps out, then we can hop right back into Sucks. So we're gonna go, but it's a lot trying to balance a million projects, and then in between there, I'm also doing the Amityville Pool Toy Massacre, which is just ridiculous. But it's such a good time, and we have actual hand puppeted creatures, and it's pretty awesome. It definitely goes back to like the VHS realm, so it's been
nice.
A lot of fun.
Those are the days.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so you're not allowed to say money. As an independent filmmaker, what do you feel is your biggest challenge?
I think we talked about this a little bit before.
We might have, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast today, so much less what we talked about.
I think for me it was balance. It was balance between, yes, obviously it being a career, but doing what fuels your passions in life. And I think a lot of times people get locked into just doing things because they have to. I don't want to do that. So I really walked away from a lot of bigger corporate projects where it was like 18 hours on film, and people are like, well, but this is such a big opportunity. Why would you turn that down, or why wouldn't you do this? And I think opportunities really, it's very personal, right? It's like what you view as what your priorities are and what your quests are. And I feel like I grew up in entertainment in various forms, right? So I got to perform on stages all around the world. I got to do all of these really cool things, and I love them for what they are. And I'm so grateful to have had those experiences, that I spent so much time with a lot of those experiences that I missed out on life itself.
Okay.
So I wanted to find a balance where I could still do things that were your cinematic moments in life. If you're spending so much time just making movies, you miss out on a lot of other things. So have you ever heard of the theory of 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's been my thing. Like, ultimately, everybody's a director at some point, right? What do you have when you exit? You have your 7 minutes. So when your brain shuts down, when everything goes to black, you have this collection of the most impactful things in your life. And I feel like I was kind of lacking there, and I felt like there was so much time that I was doing all of this stuff, project bleeding, that you don't even remember what the hell you worked on.
Right.
Someone came to the table, I had to Google myself. It was so bad. I was so embarrassed. I was actually mortified. They were asking me about a film I couldn't remember. You said about breakfast, well, I just work here. I don't know. But I wanted to take those moments that were important and actually make sure that I could focus on them. So that's kind of been my balance. That's been my struggle.
I love it.
So, yeah.
One last question. If you could go back in time and give your younger self a piece of advice, what would you say to your younger self?
Just keep doing what you're doing. That would be it. Learn as much as you possibly can. I feel like I talk to myself on a younger basis. I feel like I kind of revisit that in a weird sense, because I think a lot of people, as you get older, you lose that spark you had when you were a kid.
I realize you're trying to get away from me, but why are you constantly moving backwards?
There
we go.
Too far? I do.
I get it. I'm
it's the sneakers
hey,
today.
bye.
I'm not in heels, so I can move around more. Probably.
Wow.
Need it. Thank you with the assist.
Wow. Yeah, I like the
back
kicks.
there,
You can
too?
see those from space.
I matched my hat. See that?
Yeah.
You like that flexibility?
I do. If I tried to
that
do
looks
that,
really cute on
you'd have to
camera.
drive me right to the hospital.
Yeah.
All right. So where were we? Oh, your younger self.
So the younger self. I think that people lose that, right? It's like this whole, I got to grow up, I got to do adult things. But yeah, you want to talk to yourself in the future, but don't lose the kid spark. That's your creativity. That's being able to look at something that's totally off and seeing it out of pocket instead of seeing it for face value. And I think that's kind of like an admirable quality. So maybe my younger self would tell my older self to stay a kid, be weird, blow bubbles at people during conventions, prank everybody. Sophie and I are always causing some kind of ruckus, but because you can't take yourself too seriously. And you know what? Smiles are invaluable. So
you're only young once, but you can be immature forever.
It's true.
Remember that.
I'm keeping that.
Words, you can use it. I words to live by.
The worm has words.
Wow, I am never going to live that down.
No.
Anyway, on that note, Fallon, it is always great to see you, my dear. I always love you.
For the record, he doesn't smell bad.
But,
he doesn't.
Thank you.
Just wanted to confirm.
I appreciate that. It's good.
Not even like a Goodwill smell. It's pretty solid. It's pretty clean.
Wow.
So we're good. Yeah.
I did shower today.
Look at that.
Because I knew I was going to talk to you. So
I smell all right, and I didn't shower, so.
I got nothing after that. So, Fallon, thanks again. I wish you success as always with the movie. I love you. I love being your friend. I really do.
We're
Sophie,
friends.
I love you too.
Friends.
Sophie, everybody.
Sophie's the best. Look at her.
Fallon Vendetta here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival. Todd Struch, the Horror Nerd, signing off. We'll see all of you in the next interview.